Assalamualaikum and hello everyone. Welcome to Bawang podcast where we discuss trending and thought-provoking topics. I'm AISYAH, your moderator, and joining me today are my good friends Husna and UMMUL. How are you both?
Waalaikumsalam, Aisha. I'm doing great and excited for today's discussion. Same here. This topic is super relevant, especially with all the food review controversy happening lately.
Absolutely. Today we're talking about food review scandals. Are they fair critics or do they cross the line into defamations? In this digital age, food reviews hold immense power. A viral negative review can either expose real issues or unjustly damage a business. But where should we draw the line? Okay, let's start with the basics. Food reviews, whether on social media, blogs, or rating platforms, can make or break a restaurant's reputation. But with this power comes responsibility.
Exactly. Many food reviewers try to be fair, but some take it too far, overwhelming their criticism just for the views. And that's where the issue arises. Sometimes these harsh reviews are not even justified. They might be driven by personal bias or even hidden agendas.
Recently, we've seen multiple cases where restaurant owners have responded to negative reviews, arguing that they were unfair or even fabricated. One trending case involved a restaurant that received a harsh review only for it to be revealed later that the reviewer had never actually visited the place. This raised the question, are all negative reviews genuine?
That's a serious issue. Fake reviews, whether negative or positive, can distort public perception. Businesses and customers alike suffers when misinformation spreads. Exactly. And with social media amplifying everything, a single review can turn into a full-blown crisis overnight.
Okay, now let's discuss some real life cases that have sparked major debates.
One case that caught my attention was about a well-known influencer who criticized a fine dining restaurant's food, calling it bland and overpriced. But then it turned into a bigger issue when the restaurant actually provided evidence that the influencer had asked for a free meal beforehand, and when they refused, the review turned negative. And let's not forget about another controversy where a food blogger was exposed for selling good reviews to restaurants, while those who refused to pay ended up with bad ratings.
These cases show that not all reviews are honest. Some are influenced by personal gain, leading to ethical concerns in food reviewing.
And in some cases, businesses have also manipulated the system, posting fake positive reviews to boost their ratings or even to the point of hiring people to post fake negative reviews about their competitors. That's true. So this is not just about unethical reviews. Some businesses also contribute to the problem.
Okay, from a legal standpoint, there's a fine line between freedom of speech and defamation.
Right. While everyone has the right to share their opinion, making false statements that harm a business can lead to legal consequences. Some business owners have even taken legal action against reviewers, arguing that their reputation and income were damaged due to false allegations.
In Malaysia, the Communications and Multimedia Act 1998 has been invoked in cases where online content is deemed offensive or harmful. While not directly related to the food reviews, a pertinent example is one of the case of a graphic designer. In 2018, he was sentenced to 1 month's imprisonment and fined Rm 30,000 under Section 233, bracket 1, bracket A of the Act for posting an offensive image on social media. This illustrates that the art can be applied to inappropriate or harmful online expressions, including the food reviews itself.
Another one is regarding the Consumer Protection Act 1999. There have been cases where consumers sought legal recourse against food traders for issues like food poisoning. For instance, in the cases of a consumer and one restaurant, the plaintiff suffered from food poisoning after consuming a plate of spaghetti that allegedly contained a cockroach leg. This session court held that defendant, as a fast food chain, owed a duty of care to the plaintiff and had breached this duty by serving contaminated food, resulting in an award of damage to the plaintiff.
Not to mention, under the Defamation Act 1957, there have been instances where businesses have pursued legal action against individuals for defamatory online reviews. For example, a notable case involved a restaurant that issues a cease and desist letter to a customer following a negative online review. The customer had criticized the restaurant service and food quality on social media, leading the establishment to claim defamation and seek legal redress. That's why reviewers need to be careful. These cases highlight the legal consequences individuals and businesses may face when their actions or products harm consumers or when online content is perceived as defamatory or offensive under Malaysian law. This helps prevent manipulation between reviewers and business owners. Okay, then let's talk about the impact of these scandals. For restaurants, a single negative viral review can lead to a decline in customers, layoffs, or even a closure.
And for reviewers, getting caught in a scandal can destroy their credibility, making people question their future reviews.
So, both parties need to act responsibly. Reviewers should be fair, and business should take constructive criticism positively rather than reacting aggressively. Exactly. Some businesses, instead of improving their services, attack reviewers, which only makes things worse for them.
And then you have reviewers who refuse to acknowledge their mistakes, even when they're caught spreading false information.
The key here is balance. Criticism is necessary, but it should be constructive, not destructive. Okay, then next, to get more insight, we have looked into expert opinions on these issues. Many suggest that transparency is key. Reviewers should provide proof for their claims, like photos or videos, rather than just making vague accusations.
Ethical food critics follow guidelines. First, being objective, then avoiding personal bias and verifying information. And of course, this is before posting a review.
Businesses, on the other hand, should handle criticism professionally. Instead of ethical reviewers, they can respond calmly, offer explanation, or even improve their service. Another suggestion from experts is for social media platforms to regulate reviews better. Some platforms now require proof of purchase before allowing a review, which helps reduce fake reviews.
That's a great idea. It forces reviewers to be more accountable for what they post.
Exactly. Businesses also need to engage with their customers properly. Instead of seeing reviews as attacks, they should use them as opportunity for growth. So, what's our final take? Food reviews are essential for guiding customers, but they should be honest and fair. The line between critique and defamation exists, and we need to be mindful of it.
I agree. Ethical reviewing benefits both consumers and businesses.
And as consumers, we should think critically before trusting every review we see online. Okay, yay, that's a wrap for today's episode. What are your thoughts? Let's continue the conversation on social media at Bawang Podcast. If you enjoyed today's discussions, don't forget to subscribe and share this podcast. Until next time, keep your critics fair and your food adventures exciting.